Fall is in the air and the days have become equal with the night. And that can mean only one thing. The autumn equinox is here. I've got a simple self-care ritual to help you bring balance into your life. Coming up next. Welcome to the autumn equinox, here in my dining room, also known as Maybon. The Equinox, not my dining room. We don't call the dining room Maybon. I am, of course, Mickie Mueller, author, illustrator, and witch, not necessarily in that order. I love teaching you ways to make magic with things you have right at your fingertips. If this sounds like the kind of thing that you might be interested in, then definitely hit that subscribe button, and please don't forget to ring that notification bell, because then you'll always know when I have a new video out. It is the time of the autumn equinox in the northern hemisphere. Our friends in the southern hemisphere are now having the spring equinox. That's just how it works. The equinoxes are all about balance. It's that point in the year where everything is equal, the day and the night. So technically, you could do this ritual either on the spring or on the autumn equinox. I'm just doing it on the autumn equinox because I need it, and I thought you guys might need it too. We all need some more balance in our lives. Has this year left you feeling out of balance? Because if so, I know you're not alone. Well, the autumn equinox is the perfect time of the year to practice a self-care ritual and set an intention to regain your equilibrium. I base this ritual on what I have around the house. You may have different things around the house, and if you do, don't worry about it. You can still do this ritual. I will give you some suggestions at the end of this video for alternatives to the things that I used. The thing about this ritual is it all really is what's happening internally. So as I walk you through this, I'm just basically going to be narrating it because I'm kind of all up in my head while I'm performing this. But that's really the point of self-care, isn't it? It's about getting in touch with ourselves and feeling the feels and working through the feels and figuring out how to move forward and grow from all of those things. The most important part of this ritual is looking at your situation, figuring out the areas in your life that are unbalanced and what would help you get back into sync. In this, all you really need is to just be honest with yourself. So without further ado, all this makeup is coming off my face and we're going to do this ritual. This Maybon Autumn Equinox ritual for balance and self-care starts off in the bathroom. Yes, I do have a steampunk bathroom. Two of the items I'll be using for this ritual include Razzle Mud Mask, and that is by Swamp Witch Stephanie, and it is balancing and includes sandalwood and vanilla. This is handcrafted by Stephanie, and with its balancing properties, it just seemed perfect for a self-care ritual for the autumn equinox. The other item I'm using is a black velvet bath bomb that's made by Chris Lopez of Two Black Cats. I'm really excited to use this. I've been hanging on to it for a while, and this seemed like the perfect opportunity because it also has sandalwood in it, as well as patchouli and clove. So that's just what I want for my ritual bath. You don't have to have these exact items to perform this ritual. This just happened to be what I had on hand. You can use any facial of your choice, and you can use any additions to your ritual bath that you like. Though if you're interested in these products, I will put them in the description below. So now you get to see me with no makeup. This ritual is a balance between all of the elements, earth, air, fire, and water. This is the earth element because it's a clay mask. We think about our face, and our face is what we present to the world. Much of how we express our thoughts, ideas, and feelings is nonverbal and with our facial expressions. So, no matter what gender you are, you can care for your face. And when you do that, you're nurturing your window on the world. So, just apply any facial of your choice, but do it with intention that it will bring your true self, your genuine self, to the surface. Once the mud mask was dry, I rinsed it off. As I rinsed it away, I did it with the intention to wash away any inhibitions about communicating my genuine, authentic self. And you can do this ritual yourself as well, using any kind of face care product that you want, because it's simple. It's all about the intention that you place behind the actions. You can turn even the most mundane thing magical just by focusing on what you're doing and deciding to do it with an intention specifically set to what you want to accomplish in life. Taking the time to just do a home facial feels really wonderful and caring for yourself. The next step for this ritual is a ritual bath. I had set up a couple candles in the bathroom and my Abbey Willow Root Goddess offering bowl with a couple of rose quartz and some herbs. I was so excited to use my two black cats, black velvet, patchouli, sandalwood, and clove bath bomb that I missed the moment when I dropped it into the tub. But as you can see, it really packs a punch. I couldn't believe how beautifully this just foams and bubbles away. It turned my tub into an amazing cauldron. I decided to focus on some core beliefs, influences, agreements, and even transgenerational influences that were introduced into my personal system without my consent. We all have these. The events of this year have brought a lot of those things to the surface, so I thought the autumn equinox is the perfect time to dissolve these things. These are basically influences that are not part of our true will. And so I decided to take this ritual bath as an opportunity to allow those things to release and dissolve away from me, as well as releasing and dissolving any cords or attachments that were no longer serving me. Soaking in this strange black water was a lot like taking a bath inside of a black scrying mirror. And I noticed that when the steam rose up, you could literally scry between the steam and the surface of the water. Everything that didn't serve me was released down the drain. And as you can see, as the water disappears, it has not left any black in my tub. For the next step of this ritual, we go to my little altar. I happened to have some sandalwood incense on hand and decided to use it for my sacred smoke with the element of air, since that was what I had on hand. And we kind of got a little sandalwood theme going on here. I blessed the area with the smoke, the cleansing properties of it, filling the area with cleansing and magic. Another aspect of the element of air is thought. So I decided to spend some time thinking about the things that I wanted to balance in my life. As I did that, I blessed myself also with the sacred smoke while I thought about these things. I grabbed a pen and some paper. The pen came from Crohn's Bones on Etsy. I'll be doing a walkthrough of a deck that I ordered from her soon. And what I did was I just wrote down some of the things that I wanted to keep in balance in my life. You can think about things that you might have out of balance that you want to work on. Perhaps your work-life balance is off. Maybe working to keep your emotions steady through all of this turmoil. Balancing time, spending things like watching the news or social media, or maybe you're trying to be more conscious of the foods you're consuming and trying to find time to move your body. Being conscious of these things can help us bring balance into our lives. I'm setting that aside, and that will go into my journal later on. Now I decided to bless the candle as we move into the fire aspect of this simple Mabon autumn equinox ritual. I'm thinking about all of the things that I wrote down on the sheet of paper that I need to bring into balance as I focus on the candle. And when I light it, I'll envision the energy of the flame lighting in my heart and in my life so that I can use my will to bring those things into balance that I planned and worked on. This was a nice time to just sit and meditate on the concept of balance, on the things that I have released into the water so that I can find balance. I'll walk you through a few of the items that I've included. This is the Two of Earth from Magical Dogs Tarot, one of my decks. And this is the Two of Earth from Mystical Cats Tarot. Both are all about balance. I found this fossil on a walk in the woods. This beautiful little dish balances perfectly on 3 little feet and was made by my son Tristan in a ceramics class when he was in high school. This little crystal is a quartz that I found, again, on a walk. You don't have to have things from the store to make them special. I invoke the energies of the autumn equinox. I am balanced. I am blessed. I am protected. I am walking in my sovereignty. And I am aligned with my true will. And that is it. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this ritual. I hope that it inspires you to come up with ways to do something similar for yourself. I am leaving links for the items that I used down in the description. And I'm telling you, both of those were fantastic self-care items. That mask by Swamp Witch Stephanie, I highly recommend it. It smelled so good, it felt wonderful on my face, and it left my skin feeling fantastic. That bath bomb by my friend Chris over at Two Black Cats, oh my gosh, that thing was so cool. That was absolutely enchanting. I'm actually planning on buying some more of those. But yeah, you don't have to have those items. You can make your own mask out of avocado. Lots of food items that you can make a mask out of. If you don't have anything, you can also use those little funny paper ones that you put on your face that make you look like Hannibal Lecter. And after all, Halloween's coming, so that's kind of fun. You can always do a ritual bath, whether you have a fancy product on hand or not. It's as simple as throwing some sea salt and maybe a few drops of essential oils in the tub. One of my favorite things to do is to throw a bag of chamomile tea in the tub. And you can... There's an emergency outside. One of my favorite things is to throw an herbal tea bag into the bathtub. A lot of times I like to use chamomile or peppermint. I actually have this on hand, which would be great for the equinox because it's balanced. Cinnamon and blackberries and a lot of other herbs that actually are perfect for this time of the year. So feel free to use what you have on hand. And as far as your altar, it should be personal. And you can have as many things or as few things as you want. It doesn't have to be big to be full of magic. What are you guys planning for the autumn equinox? Do you guys have any plans? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to share this video with any of your friends who might need a little inspiration for the celebration or need to find some balance in their lives too. Sharing is caring. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And I hope that all of you have a wonderful, wonderful autumn equinox full of blessings of abundance, prosperity, gratitude, and balance. Please bring us balance. Here's a few more videos that I think you guys are going to enjoy. And until next time, I hope that you're all safe, healthy, and happy. And remember, as always, to be your magic. Bye.